Everyone will die!
Well, before we can get to that, dance break! Today we look at the 1987 Filipino action flick Get the Terrorist, and because it's a Filipino action flick, its cover art is mostly shirtless guy with a giant gun. But it's the bad guy on the cover, not our star, who is Frank Dux, the guy who made up Bloodspot and pretended that it's his real life, because he's a fraud and an idiot. But first, a programming note just to let you know what you're in for. IMDb lets you know how many other people have rated a movie on a 1 to 10 scale. Last couple movies have been about 400 people. Date with an Angel had Phoebe Cates, it was 3,000. Right now the movie is showing on HBO as 310 to Yuma, which no one fucking saw and still has 300,000 reviews. This movie, 37 people. Oh boy.
Brock! You could have killed me!
Next time. Now you know better than to just drop in.
The man on the horse is Brock Towers, played by Frank Dux, and he is offered $250,000 to put together a team and do stuff for the government. The first team member is a German named Klaus. Followed by a curly-haired man named Strobe.
$100 says he's out in under 10 seconds.
You're on. He's getting old.
What the hell are you doing?
To get their final member, Pierre, they must go deep into the jungle, and we watch all three of them climb down a rope and then canoe down a river. I will speed it up for you with fancy fast-forward technology. This takes 3 minutes, of which they never shut the fuck up. And they finally get to Pierre's house, where they're greeted by gunfire. The people shooting at them are led by Pierre's daughter, Nikki. She will be joining us for the rest of the movie in Pierre's place, but first he must sit everyone down and explain to them the plot of the movie. That this dude used to run a rubber plant, but he was using slave labor, so the US government shut him down and he moved to Cuba to become a terrorist. We will be told the plot 2 more times. This is just an excuse for Nikki and Strobe to eye fuck.
Business. He uses the guns, and I've got the contacts.
So what happened? You didn't like his style?
Not
A note about all that filler of them climbing down ropes and canoeing and shit. One of the characters says this.
Y'all just wait. We go through all this, and we get there, probably a road right alongside. We could have driven all the way.
And they're right, all that filler is just filler. There's a fucking Marriott nearby. They just go to the hotel and wait for Pierre to show up, but Nikki comes in his place and says, I'm gonna join you on the mission. Now, let's get into the terrorist. He sucks at being a terrorist. He keeps contradicting his message, has no idea what he's doing, and even his corrupt military contacts won't sell him weapons and make fun of him right to his face.
We've been at this for a year now, and you still haven't come through with the missile launcher.
The missile launcher again. Our Japanese friends have a saying.
And what's that?
The nail that sticks its head up gets it pounded down. You are a nail.
He never does get that missile launcher, but he does get a rocket-propelled grenade that he uses to blow up a tour bus. Sure, the tour bus has like 3 people on it, but it counts!
Stop! Stop! Can't you show any mercy?
So our good guys are receiving information from a man inside the terrorist organization named Milano. I think it's Milano, but Milano's better. So Milano tells them about a bombing.
Timer set for 30 minutes.
How much time before the bomb goes off? Tell me now!
1 hour!
Oh no, the terrorists had lied to them. They have a half-hour less than they think they do. The bomb could explode on them at any second. No, they just chit-chat as they drive through town to an empty parking lot, and then they blow up the bomb themselves. Why, movie? Why do you not know how movies work? It could have blown up on the back of the trailer. They could have been hanging off. No, they just park it, back up, and shoot it. Ugh. So, next mission, they're going to stop a mass shooting in progress. And we get a bunch more chit-chatting. We see 3 tables at this restaurant talk about their weekend plans before the shooters show up.
I hope it's a pleasant surprise.
I'll send you a postcard.
Good.
People for freedom!
Yeah, sorry for the blood and gore, but it's the only exciting thing that happened in this movie. I had to show you something or I was going to fall asleep editing this bullshit. So they blow up the bad guys and then celebrate by breaking up the group and deciding that they want to end the movie.
Look, midget brain. We're in this for the money. We're not in this to take orders from you.
I'm tired of your double talk. You don't like my style? Well, congratulations. You're unemployed.
You got it!
Klaus decides he's gonna go gamble in a scene that ends up being entirely pointless. You see, he wins a bunch of money that he gives to a guy to buy weapons so he can go kill the terrorist by himself, but then the guy he gave money to is killed and he never gets the weapons, so the entire thing ends up having no point. Strobe and Nikki decide they're gonna go fuck. We will completely ignore the fact that they get horny because Nikki tells him about the time that the terrorist gang raped her. But they are interrupted by more terrorists, who they beat up and tied to a train track and kill.
Who sent you? Talk, or you die.
You will die, white monkey!
White monkey. That's a new one. Either way, he's ran over by a train. And Brock dies. He receives a phone call that the senator wants to meet with him secretly, but it was really the terrorist tricking him, and they just blow him up. He's fucking dead. Bye, Frank Dux, you idiot.
Eat this, Brock Towers.
And that's pretty much it. Milano gets killed by the terrorist, and we have our big fight at the end. Oh, I almost forgot. The terrorist main henchman tells him, oh, the senator's not going on that cruise anymore. You can just attack him directly now. You don't need the disguises. The terrorist's big plan was to sneak on a cruise ship as in disguises and kill the senator. They were going to do Speed 2 with a budget of like $12. I would have loved to see that movie.
He must have taken Walker's warning seriously. Their trip on the cruise ship has been canceled. Instead, he's been invited out of town. You won't be needing your disguises.
Instead, we get explosions in the jungle, which is cool too, I guess. If you get into low-budget Filipino films, you're going to run into a lot of Sergio Santiago. You might even run into Jim Goldman. You, however, will never, ever run into Eddie Rodriguez, born as Luis Enriquez. This is his most popular movie. He has 68 directing credits. 18 of those have votes on IMDb. This is most popular movie, and it is terrible. There's long stretches of them just chit-chatting about nonsense. I'm not a huge fan of two guys in a room talking movies to start with, but at least when it's about the plot of their lives or it's going to affect what they do later, fine. But these guys just chat. There's 5 minutes of people in a fucking restaurant that are about to die. We don't know who they are, never met them before, they're about to die, and we learn their vacation, their favorite color, what their weekend plans are. I'm not even kidding. One woman talks about 3 different places she's going on her vacation. A woman interrupts a guy's birthday party because she thinks he's hot and he calls her a hooker. Like, we don't know these people. I don't care. Also, there's 3 minutes of them climbing down a fucking rope and canoeing. Where did they find the canoe? I don't know. And then they wryly say, oh, I bet you there was just a hotel nearby. We could have just drove over here. And then there fucking is. None of the cast and crew in this ever did anything. Frank Dux was in like 2 movies. He's most famous for pretending that Bloodspot is real. Except for Robert Marius. Robert Marius played Klaus in this movie, and he wrote a Filipino action movie of his own called Movie in Action. That is what we're watching next. May God have mercy on our souls.
You have to understand I'm a real fan of yours. And please don't be mad about this unfriendly circumstance of a fine meeting.
Who are you?
Thank you for watching, and as always, I shall try to do better next time.